Hello, welcome to Bet on Yourself Media. I am your host, Reggie, AKK. Yep. I'm touching on some stuff today about yesterday's preseason game. I don't know which way it's going to go, but I'm going to touch on the quarterback, second, third string quarterback, Aaron McKee. Looked good to me. Swift, and first and foremost, Jalen Carter. What a player he's going to be. Let's go. Let's get right into it. As y'all seen yesterday, Jalen Carter came out second snap in the preseason, and did what he did. Almost ripped the quarterback in half. The kid, he's just a phenomenal guy, a great player, and one thing that really interested me about him yesterday was reading on him. He actually studied his opponent, the defense. Uh, this guy is something to be reckoned with. I'm so glad we got him as the number one pick. He actually studied the film on the players that he was going to play against yesterday. And his display, the one play that he made, was good enough for me. That was big enough appetite for me to see with this kid and what he was doing and what I know he's going to be capable of doing. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with his performance yesterday, and I'm just glad for this kid, just to see, he put the time in to study a film of a preseason game. Now, what kind of player do you know, or have you ever heard of anybody that done that? Okay, with that being said, I would like to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I truly, truly appreciate y'all for doing so. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and hit that thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything. This is Bet on Yourself Media Sports, live from Philadelphia, the city that bleeds green and the city with heart. And, I'm going to touch on this quarterback, Tanner McKee. This young kid looked good. He really looked good yesterday. Yeah, did he miss some passes? He did. But for the most part, he ran the offense. Uh, he threw the first play, as you see here, first pass play of his NFL career in a preseason game, deep ball to Cleveland. And this Cleveland guy also, he had a good day yesterday. Him and Tanner McKee hooked up on several occasions uh, throughout the game when they were both in the game. And this is something that we all need to take notice of. I don't know where this guy Aaron McKee gonna wind up at, if we're gonna be able to keep him or not. But this guy, he gives me the Nick Foles look. Every time when I was watching the game yesterday, he reminded me of Nick Foles in so many different ways. He throws the ball down the field very well. He's not a runner, but he did move around the pocket very well. His footing was very well. But he threw the ball well. He connected with the new guy, Johnny King, down the middle of the field for a nice gainer. I mean, so the guy's long ball was really on point. His long ball was on point. Like I said, he did make some errant throws, but that's to be expected. You know what I mean? That's to be expected. You can't expect to get everything out of the kid, but he did perform well enough for me. Um, the kid Cleveland and Nagata had a good game. Um, he did well. I think he did well. And the surprise to me of the day, if I gave anybody an MVP, it would be the kid McKee, the quarterback we had. This kid played outstanding yesterday. Kudos to him. I hope something works out for him. Uh, we got a couple more preseason games and some practices coming up. So I'm willing to see what he can do. And for me, rather, he outplayed Mariota. He outplayed Mariota yesterday. A 6th round pick came in and outplayed Mariota. Now, Mariota's a problem with me is he doesn't pass the ball well. He can run the ball, and he fits the kind of offense that we run because of Jalen Hurts' style of playing. And McKee's not a mobile quarterback.
But with Mariota, his accuracy is not on point. He missed wide open missed open receivers yesterday. Um, it was a lot that I digested with this guy. Are we going to keep him? Yeah, we're going to keep him. Should we keep him? Hey, it all depends on what goes on the next couple of preseason games and these joint practices that we're going to have coming up. I mean, because if McKee could play the way he played throughout the rest of this uh, scrimmages games and preseason game, you got to take consideration. But they gave Mariota the contract, the money. This kid's not making little or nothing. He's not going to be around long. If we have to cut this guy, he's not going to be there long. He's going to be on somebody else's team, backup or something. This guy's that good, you know. And the other quarterback, Brooks, didn't fare well to me. He just was, a little erratic. Now, he's a tough guy. He escaped the pocket on several different occasions, you know. So he did show that athleticism on his behalf. So I can give him that much. What they need to do with this guy, I believe, is just get him some game film in the next couple of preseason games. Like I would go with Mariota and McKee for the first. Give Mariota the first half of the next preseason game, and give McKee the second half, and let this kid come into play so he can get some Brooks. I'm talking about, so he can get some game film, because I don't believe he's gonna be around too long. And another thing I want to talk about is our linebacker room. Ellis didn't look good to me at all. No, he didn't play. He missed tackles. He missed tackles. And it just didn't look good to me. Marvel, he looked good. He made some good solid plays coming up. No sign of Miles Jack, even though they were in the game, and Cunningham. I didn't see anything from them guys, but I got to give them a little pass because of the fact that they just been here a week, if not even a week yet. So I figured they would ramp it up and get more acclimated with the system and the scheme of what's going on around here with the defensive structure in the next upcoming weeks, because they're behind in a lot of ways. So conditioning and schematically wise. So I'm not going to be too hard pressed on those two guys, but the linebacker room is kind of shaky to me. Why Dean didn't play yesterday, I don't know. I think he should have got in at least and got a couple of reps. I think he need reps. I know it was an ankle sprain and they're being cautious, but they're going to use him in a team scrimmages against the next opponent coming up. I think it's Cleveland coming to town to practice against. So they're going to use him again in that series of playing, but not in the game. I think he needs live game action. I believe they should have thrown him in if not only for a series or two, but they have their reasoning for that. I'm not too concerned about it with Dean, but I was sure like to see him get some game action yesterday along with the other teammates. But for whatever reason, they held him out, and and for the most part, Sean Desai, I do defensive coordinator. I think he did pretty well. We're not going to see anything. Everything's going to be pretty vanilla. So I was looking forward to seeing a whole lot. But the defensive line, they look good. Carter, as I said, Nolan Smith, he did well. He's just going to need time. Coming off of the injury, he was in on a few tackles. The one guy that nobody really talked about was Eli Ricks. This guy is a definition of the sin of the eagle. He talks. And how did he not get drafted? I don't know, but we have him. And now that's going to make that cornerback run a little bit more serious because of his play yesterday and making that pick six. Matter of fact, he almost had another interception. So this guy's, in Georgia, my fault. In Alabama, he didn't even give him a touchdown last season. So, This guy is somebody that we have to keep an eye out for with the upcoming scrimmages and the preseason game. I believe he will get more playing time now due to that. Sidney Brown, he didn't even get into the game until the second half of the game, in third or fourth quarter. So I don't know what's going on with that. Did he drop down on the depth chart, or what's going on with him? Because they were saying prior to the scrimmage game, this preseason game, that he was running reps with the first team. So I don't know what happened with him in that regards, or they just want to take a look at some other players and see what they and see what they had. I don't know what the deal was with that, but Sidney Brown was expected to see a little bit more. He was in on a few tackles. I think he was in on like 4 or 5 tackles. So he did show up and put his nose in a couple of plays there. So I'm okay with that. But I thought I would see a little bit more from him. But Kayvon Wallace, he kept his name in good standards. As far as I'm concerned, he played very well, Kayvon Wallace. He made a lot of good tackles. He made some good tackles. I believe he was the one that caused the fumble on that punt return or kick return then. So, yeah, Kayvon Wallace, he looked good to me. But what my main concern is, like I said, is the linebacker room. Sidney Brown getting up there. I heard nothing about Greedy Williams. I didn't even recognize him in the game. I'm not familiar with all the numbers, but I was looking around for him, but I didn't see him in the game. So, this is another guy that possibly might not make this roster because of the young guys that we have here that's showing up, like the Eli Rickses and the Blankenships, which speaking on him, we'll get to him in a few minutes. But this guy, he needs to step it up and show some type of improvement in the next couple of weeks. Else I think he's going to be out. And how about Kenny Gainwell is the Eagles' starting number 1 running back? That's what they predict. That's what they're saying. And to me, by right, he earned it. He deserved to be the number 1 running back for us, for what he done for us in the playoffs. I can't deny he's a chain mover. This guy, Gainwell, he's a chain mover.
Yeah, just the
now,
inside zone
is he
run.
going to hold on to that?
You got to stay on your feet.
knows?
You
But
can't lunge at the
what
running
he's
back. You
done
got to
in
bring
the
your
past,
feet with you.
and how he performed in the playoffs in big time moments. That's when you know you got a good player. They can perform in big time moments, in big situations, and he's done that. Gainwell's done that for us.
The Eagles start to put together some
I can't say no more about
game.
Yeah, just the inside zone run.
We know
you got to
we
make
got
a play.
in
You got
him,
to stay on your feet.
and
You can't
he
lunge
did his thing.
at the running back.
He
You got to
came
bring your
in,
feet
got a
with you.
22-yard run. He looked good, and you get him right out of it. We didn't have to see a whole bunch of him, which is fine. Penny did good. I liked what I saw out of Penny,
as the Eagles start to put together
especially on picking up the blitz. I don't know if a lot of people noticed that, but he picked up the blitz very well. He did run the ball well, and I feel good about his performance yesterday. And the other running back, I can never remember this guy's name. He scored the touchdown. Trey Sherman. I liked him. I liked the way he ran the ball. I liked his decision making. So that's another thing. But this 5-back thing is getting kind of touchy here. So something's going to happen. And Byron Scott didn't play. Gainwell didn't play. So those guys like the Trey Shermans, the Brooks, they got a chance to get some game film up there. I think the battle's going to be between Shermans and Penny. And from what I saw yesterday, I wouldn't be able to choose between the two as of yet. I'll have to see some more film on these guys and get some more reps underneath of them. At times, Penny seemed to not run the ball as enthusiastic, but you got to understand he hasn't played in a while, and you got to get his legs underneath of him and game times and game time speed, not practice speed, because that's a different level of speed running the ball opposed to in the game time live action. So I'm going to see what he does here coming up with the joint practices and the next couple of preseason games that we had scheduled. But I like what Morrow, I like what Penny did yesterday, and I'm very sure that coaches were pretty satisfied with his performance as well. And with that being said, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, hit that thumbs up so I can get this algorithm out, so I can get it out to other people, spread this content around. So y'all let me know what y'all think about what y'all feel the Eagles did yesterday. Even though it was a loss, I wasn't concerned about the loss so much. I wanted to see the players get out there and perform. The guys just trying to make the teams. The Sidney Browns, is like I said, the Johnny Kings, the Kane. Well, Kane's not even there. He hasn't been there. And one guy I haven't heard about at all, the guy Peyton. So I don't know what's going on with him either. So, but I'm glad to see King came in. He made a contribution. Nagata made a contribution. The offensive line looked good. Steen held his own. Omo, I can't pronounce his name. The big guy we got, Jomo, he looked good. So these guys got reps, and they look good. Overall, I'm satisfied with what I seen. What would I get it? What would you grade the Eagles' performance yesterday, as far as how the defensive played? Put D for defense and O for offense, and let me know what you think about how they graded them, and give me your grade point average of what you think the offense and defensive did, and what you think needs to be changed, or what would you change if anything. So write that down in the comment section. Hit me up. I will answer you back. Just give me some input on what y'all thought about the game on y'all behalf overall. I am, from Bet On Yourself Media Sports, and that's to be back around later on today to find out what's going on here. And another thing I would like to say, there was no injuries, so I'm glad to hear about that. Nothing major that I heard of anything. So I'm overall I'm content with what went on with the preseason game. Like I said, I wasn't looking for. I would like the guy to win. We could have probably won the game, but they went for the 2 points, and Brooks threw an interception in the end zone, so that was that. And besides, you don't go into overtime in preseason games anyway, so that's why they went for the 2 points for the win, and they fell short. But, with that being said, I am your host. Bet On Yourself Media Sports. Until next time, y'all have a great day. You know what we say around here. Be good, be safe. God bless. Keep the main thing, and have an attitude of gratitude, and let someone know they're being loved today. Peace. Bond strong. Come join the team. I'm out of here. Peace.